How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are going to be talking smoked turkey. That's right, Thanksgiving is almost upon us, and while everyone else is going to be freaking out about the perfect wet brine or a long dry brine, I'm here today to show you a very simple method to end up with a delicious smoked turkey that is not only tasty but incredibly juicy. So let's quit the talking, just jump into it and get this turkey prepped up. All right, so here is our turkey. This is a 13.5-pound butterball that I just picked up at Walmart. It's nothing special. It was frozen. I've had it thawing for about 4 or 5 days. There's still some ice in here, as you can see. I'm not worried about it. We're just gonna get this bird prepped up. I haven't brined it. I haven't done anything to it. It literally just came out of the packaging. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spatchcock this turkey, and I'm gonna do that for a couple reasons. Number one, and the biggest reason, it helps everything cook evenly. And number two, it's a lot quicker of a cook. So all I'm gonna do is just cut this little flap they make back by the tail. Kind of releases everything. We'll get this flipped over. Then again, I'm just going to come down on either side of the spine here and cut that out. I'm going to cut off the Pope's nose here. I don't know why they call it that, but I don't need it, so it's coming off. And then I'm just going to go down the spine. Come down the spine on the other side. Then I'm just coming in and taking off any of these loose hanger-ons that are right here. All right, now we have this split open. All we have to do is just come in here with a heavy-duty chef's knife and just kind of break this bone. Just like that. And that is gonna allow our turkey to sit flat. You see that right there? I just took that down. That is gonna allow this turkey to remain flat and just cook exactly how we want it to. All right, so here is our turkey all sprawled out and ready to go. And you'll notice I have it on my Wings and Things basket from Old Hickory. We are gonna be cooking on the Old Hickory CTO today. We're gonna be running at 300 degrees with just a small chunk of pecan. I don't wanna over smoke this turkey, but I do wanna get some good flavor on it. So the first thing I wanna do after I get this sprawled out is get this dried off as best as I can inside. All right, so now that we have this dried up a little bit, I'm just gonna hit it with some kosher salt. This is Diamond Crystal kosher salt. We just wanna get some seasoning on this back side. Then we're gonna come in with some black pepper, just a little bit. And we're gonna follow that up with some granulated garlic. So that is all we're gonna do for this back side. I'm gonna get it flipped over and I'll show you what we're gonna do on the front side. It's a little bit different. I have some things to explain, but I think you're gonna be really interested in what I have to say. I'm gonna take these wings and I'm gonna tuck them behind. Again, I love this method because it's even cooking. Some people don't like it because it's not the traditional Thanksgiving appearance, and that's fine, I get that, but it does end up for a little bit better of an end result, I believe. But hey, do what you want to do. Again, coming in with the paper towels, just wiping this off as best as we can. All right, so like I said, we're not brining this turkey, whether it be wet brine or dry brine. All we're gonna do is just inject it. And the reason why is because this turkey, if you look on the package, came in a solution of at least 8% salt and other spices. So this turkey has been essentially brined from the factory. There is no reason to waste your time wet brining this. The only time I would say that it's really valuable that you do it is if you buy a fresh turkey that's not in a solution, but those are so few and far between that this is just a more logical option for me, especially if you're pressed on time. You don't have room in your fridge for a big brine bucket. You don't want to dry brine and leave it sitting out in your fridge. This is just a great option because it's all prepped the morning of. The injection we're using is the classic Tony C's. This is just the original Creole style butter. So I'm gonna give that a shake. And then I'm just gonna pour it into another container just so we can get the syringe in there. So we'll go just like that. And when you buy the Tony C's at the store, you do get an injector with it, which works for what it's supposed to. It's not something I would use on the reg, but it works for what it's supposed to here. And all we're gonna do is we're just gonna come in and we're gonna start injecting, and you want to move the needle around different pockets. You don't have to sit and pump a bunch of holes in here. You can get multiple areas of the turkey just with minimal holes. So I'm just going to keep, see where my hole is right there. I'm just going to keep pumping this up, leaving the needle in there and just working it around multiple spots like so. So I'm going to put a couple into the breast here, which is going to be our main area of focus since there is not a lot of fat there. I'm just going to keep pumping that in there. You can see I just got about 5 different spots in that breast with one hole. So don't worry about it ruining the integrity of the skin, because if you do it this way, there's really nothing to worry about. You're making just a couple holes in it and they'll seal right back up. You see that injection just spewing out of there. And I'm just gonna hammer these breasts with as much injection as it'll take. All right, we wanna make sure we get the legs. I usually just like to put 1 syringe in there. Just like that, you can see it swell up. Some's gonna come out, that's fine. Again, just in 1 leg here. You can see it just puffing up like you want it to. Then I'm gonna come in to the thighs. Again, I just do 1 injection, and we'll probably do about a half a syringe each in the wings, because why not? Not even a half a syringe, just a little puff. And the rest of this is gonna go in the breast here, like so. All right, and that is it. Our turkey is fully injected, and that was 1 whole bottle of the Tony C's. Now what we're gonna do is just take and dry this off again from any excess injection that may have leached out. I got one more trick for you. We have some salted butter here, and all I'm gonna do is just get under the skin here, and it may take a little work to separate the meat from the skin, like so, but all I'm gonna do is just drop a couple sticks of butter down inside on top of the meat of these breasts. All right, so that is 1 stick of butter in there. Just gonna go ahead and wipe off any more injection that leached out during that process. And again, we're just gonna come through and season up the bird using the kosher salt. All right, so that is all the salt we're gonna add. Next, I'm coming in with some black pepper, and this is up to you if you want to use black pepper or not. I know some people don't like the look of it, in which case you can use some white pepper. I just think the black pepper looks really nice on a turkey. Now the granulated garlic I like to go a little bit heavier with, because this is what's going to give you that nice golden brown color on there. So I'm just going to hit this pretty liberally. Like that. All right, so this turkey is pretty much ready to go. You can see that didn't take barely any time. Took a lot longer because I was filming, but if I was at home doing this, I'd have been done in probably 10 minutes. So very simple method to getting quality results on a turkey, and you'll see that at the end. I'm gonna be cooking on the Old Hickory CTO today, like I said, running at 300 degrees with a little bit of pecan smoke, and I'm gonna be cooking right on this Wings and Things basket. So this is just gonna go right on there like this. So I'll meet you outside at the CTO and we'll get this on. All right, so there is the turkey on the Old Hickory CTO. Like I said, we're rocking at 300 degrees. We're just gonna let this thing do its thing. Probably come back and check it in an hour, hour and a half and see how it's looking. So we'll see you then. All right, guys, so it has been 1 hour, and check out the color on that bird. It is looking amazing. We're sitting at about 90, 95 degrees right now, depending on where you probe in the breast. But man, it is looking absolutely killer. I'm gonna probably come out and check this every half hour. If it starts getting a little too dark, I am definitely going to tent it with foil just to keep that beautiful golden brown color. What I'm gonna do is just 180 this bird for even cooking. So the next time you see this, it'll be flipped around 180 degrees, and that's why. Just keeping that even cooking going, rocking at 300 degrees, pecan smoke. I will bring you back when this thing is temping done and let you know how long it's been, but we're about an hour and 15, hour and a half into it right now. All right, so it has been about 4 hours since we've had this bird on total, and our bird is done, and I just want to show you the color on that bird. Look at how beautiful golden brown this is. I'm going to bring you in here just so you can see, but check out how beautiful that bird is. You'll get a better look once it's inside. The lighting's kind of weird right now, but man, that thing is absolutely gorgeous. The old hickory just killing it. So about 4.5 hours, and I'm always hesitant to give you guys the time on turkeys because you're really cooking these to temperature. You know, this is about 162 degrees in the thickest part of the breast. I like to let them rest up to that 165. Use your discretion. I know some people say pull them at 158, 160. It's all about what you want to do. I just don't like taking risks with poultry, but this bird looks great, and I promise you it is not going to be dry. So I'm going to get this in, let it rest for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll slice into it, and I'll show you just how delicious this bird is. All right, so this is our turkey. Like I said, it was about 4 hours, give or take. You're going to want to cook your turkey to temperature. The timeline that I'm giving is just kind of a guide. It's going to vary depending on the size of your bird. You can see we have good color on this. Covering it with foil definitely kept it from getting any darker than it is right now, so I'm happy with that. All we're going to do now is just come in and just follow this line right here. Just like that. We have 1/4 just dripping juice. Take this other one off right here. Just dripping juice. Get that set off to the side. And then all I'm gonna do is just come on either side of the breastbone here and just follow it to one side. Coming through that crispy skin up top here. I'm all about that. So then we're just gonna follow the bone down here just to remove this piece of breast off the turkey. It's kind of like filleting a fish. Just gonna keep taking that off. Like so. And there we go. Just gonna slice right down the middle here, and check that out. Extremely juicy turkey. That injection did its job. This looks amazing. Looking really good. A little bit of a smoke ring up there. I'm gonna come down on the other side, do the same thing, follow that breast, one whole breast there. And the reason I like to slice it this way is that way you can get skin on everything. Again, just dripping with moisture. That is a juicy turkey. Slice off a little piece here. And this is what I'm saying, when everyone can get a piece of skin rather than carving it the traditional way, but just look at all of that moisture in there. That is a juicy turkey. No wet brine, no dry brine, no waiting days for it to be ready to cook. This is just season, inject, go. Beautiful turkey. All right, so we're gonna jump out now and we're gonna do the taste test. All right, so here we go. I have a piece of turkey right here. It is just dripping with moisture. It is so tender. Let's give it a try. That turkey is as tender as can be. It is dripping with juices. The flavor from the salt, pepper, and garlic is fantastic. I love everything about this turkey. I love the simplicity of it. I love the flavor of it. Like I said, the tenderness, it just pulls apart. Give this another try. Wonderful pecan smoke flavor from the Old Hickory CTO. It's not over smoked. It's just the perfect amount of subtle smoke on there. If you guys are looking for the easiest turkey recipe you can cook this Thanksgiving, this has got to be up there with the top 3 in my mind. It is so simple, and it just turned out absolutely amazing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe. We will see you next time, and have a fantastic Thanksgiving.